Oh, you guys have arrived. Welcome to the first podcast episode of my channel, The Storyteller. I'm Shomallo, your host for this episode, and today I have my friend Rohit as the guest. He is currently a second year computer science student. Today, we are going to talk about a very interesting topic, the most talked about, the most hyped topic, especially after the pandemic. At the same time, it is the most neglected topic. Yes, we are going to talk about mental health. So, before starting the episode, let me clear one thing. The sole purpose of this podcast is to have some healthy discussion and not to hurt or disrespect anyone or anything. So, I would expect it to be a great episode and we would get some new perspective as well. So, let the episode begin. Welcome, Rohit. Finally, our plan of making a podcast is successful. So, first of all, congratulations to us. And before starting the podcast, I would like to ask you that how do you feel?
Thank you, Shomallo, for such a heartfelt welcome. I am truly obliged to be a part of this series and talking about our plans of making a podcast together. It has been a while now. I remember the day it was on the occasion of Saraswati Puja when we first felt the true urge to bring life to our ideas. Since then and now we felt that yes, this is going to work at last, and here we are finally.
I remember I gave a status, it was a brainstorming session like
Yeah,
that.
that day changed a lot of ideologies between us.
I think we made this plan a long before.
Yeah.
I said you also, and I think your involvement after 2 years, you finally realized
Yes.
that you want to start a podcast.
Yeah,
And your involvement actually fueled my dream of making this.
and now we are here.
Yeah.
So I truly feel very, very, very obliged to be a part of this. Thank you.
So my first question to you is what according to you is a good mental health?
Mental health refers to a person's overall professional and psychological well-being. According to me, mental health plays a very vital role in a person's life. All our emotional, social, and cognitive functions that we carry out throughout the day hampers a lot in a way that represents our well-being. Good mental health helps us cope with normal stresses of life, have healthy relationships, and makes our life a lot more stress-free. It also helps us tackle all the problems that we face from the day-to-day activities, and gives us a purpose and meaning of life, and makes us a better human being. On the other hand, on contrary, if we look at a person with the ability of not being able to control his or her emotions well,
That means a bad mental health. you're
a
talking
bad
about.
mental health, they suffer a lot due to anxiety
Yeah.
or depression and substance abuse. In that case, they that mental health depressions and disturbances may affect their day-to-day activities, and they eventually lie in a false zone which makes them feel uncomfortable, and which may worsen the communicative space between the relationships. And yes, it is a very bad situation to be in, and that's all. Yes, mental health matters a lot.
And I've seen that, I've experienced also. I think mental health is somehow related to the physical health also because if your mental health is not good, then it adversely affects your
Yes,
physical
of course,
health as
of
well.
course. Yeah.
Do you agree with that?
Yes, of course, truly. According to me, a person is made up of flesh and blood, and eventually his physical and mental health are correlated with each other. How a person performs in a sport or in an exam depends on how physically well he is, as well as how mentally. In that case, mental health plays a very vital role according to very lot of researchers and reports. It is proven that mental health plays a greater role in a person's life.
Yeah, I think they go hand in hand.
Yeah, hand in hand,
Otherwise, it's
absolutely.
difficult. You cannot say that this is much more important.
Yeah,
Both are equally
both are
important.
equally important.
And I think the more we realize it, it will be beneficial for us.
Yes.
Okay, my second question to you is, have you experienced anything that, according to you, restricted your normal activities? That means you are unable to perform your day to day activities because of your mental health issues. Have you experienced something like that?
No, I personally haven't experienced anything that has caused trouble in my day to day activities or felt stress about it. But I have seen in many videos and read in many articles that generally the persons or people of our age get stricken with this anxiety disorders and are the regular victims of this. So there is a lot to talk about this. Now my question is, what do you think that how do the children or people of our age get stricken so easily with these anxiety disorders?
See, I think it's very difficult to mention the main reasons behind mental health issues. It varies from one person to another. But for the age group that you mentioned, for the people of our generation, I can try to highlight some of the points, and they are based on my own experience. I feel social media, if not the main, if not the sole reason, it is one of the biggest reason why the people of our generations are facing this kind of mental health issues. First of all, social media, the content that we generally see on social media, they are responsible for setting our expectations high. We set unrealistic expectations. Our expectations, the kind of expectations that we expect from our own, they have increased a lot. They are unrealistic, and quite naturally we are unable to fulfill them, and as a result we fall into the trap called as depression, because you lose credibility to your own self. And that's where you start overthinking. That's where anxiety comes. So all these things, I believe, that is mainly because of the unrealistic expectations, which is a byproduct of social media. That is the first reason, I guess. Another byproduct of social media is hustle culture. I think everybody now, if you open internet and stuff like that, you will see everybody is going for a startup. They are trying to be an entrepreneur. Everybody is entering into this. Most of them are trying to enter into this creative field, entertainment field. They are calling themselves as creator. So I do not have any problem with this. In fact, I like this hustle culture a lot. But hustle culture is good as long as it is not taking a toll on you. If you are following this hustle culture as a sidekick, you are doing the things that you generally do, that you normally do in your daily life, and still you are following this hustle culture, you are trying to achieve something, and that's your sidekick, that's like a passion. So then it's okay. As long as it's not interfering in your daily life, it's not taking a toll on your mental and physical health, it's very good. It's very good. And I think this hustle culture is also one of the reasons why there is so much rise in startups. So many people are interested in business nowadays. So I think it is a good culture. It's hustle culture is a good one. But it should not be like, I think you know it, that hustle culture is also called as burnout culture. That's the proper word to describe how bad it can be. But if it is used properly, if you take it lightly, if you do not let it interfere in your daily life, it's very good. So that, according to me, is the second reason. Another reason, the third reason, I believe, is comparison. Comparison is the thief of joy. I learned somewhere. So when you compare your life with someone else's life, again, you fall into that trap called as depression. Because maybe the person you are comparing with, he or she has achieved a lot, and you are unable to do that. But if you introspect properly, maybe you have achieved something, you have received something which that person feels that it's an achievement for you, but you do not feel that as your achievement. So yeah, we should stop comparison. And this comparison, it's a common thing in the Indian society. We cannot do anything on that.
Now, according to you, what is the present scenario in India?
That is really a good question, I believe. But if you want to see the scenario in India, I think it's a mixed scenario. There are certain parts of India where we see instances like people of our generations, mainly, they are coming up, they are speaking about this mental health issues, and the parents, they are also much aware about the mental health issues, how bad it can affect their child, and the awareness is now there. At least it's better as it used to be. I've also seen certain instances like many parts of India, they're still not aware of anything such as mental health. They do not know anything. They have no idea that something like mental health issues, some how bad mental health issues can be, and they have no idea about this concept of mental health. I have seen people calling the psychologists or the psychiatrists as the doctors, those who treat only the mad people. So they do not have any basic knowledge about the mental health. So it's a mixed scenario that we can see in India. But yeah, the awareness is very good, and I hope that the awareness will increase much more in the years to come.
Yes, I agree with you. Though the awareness is spreading, but it is yet to reach the interior part of India.
I want to highlight another thing in this aspect. Uh, if you remember, after the death of Sushant Singh Rajput, everybody was talking about mental health. And that was the first time, I guess, whole India took mental health issues seriously. And after this death, I saw so many posts about mental health, and the words like depression, anxiety, overthinking, they were all around the social media. And nowadays, they are overused, I feel. And whenever you overuse something, you lose its value. And that's why I find that nowadays people are making jokes on this depression, anxiety, overthinking, and all. And it is also like if you are facing some small issues in your life, also you say that you are in depression as if it's a cool thing to say. So that is also a matter of concern, because when you're overusing such words, you are actually diluting its importance, and you are, when you're overusing it, those words, the importance that those words holds, they are losing their own value. So it's definitely a matter of concern. Okay, now really I want to ask you two questions. First, what do you think are the steps that people can take to overcome such mental issues, mental health issues? And secondly, do you think that lifestyle changes can bring such any sort of significant changes in such cases?
There are a lot of things that can help cure anxiety disorders. Talking about reports, it has been found that therapy has been very beneficial for persons with anxiety disorders. Professionals who are able to recognize the problems and understand the root cause have also been beneficial, and I think it is a true need for such persons who are in this situation right now. Lifestyle changes can also bring out a lot of difference. Exercises, mindfulness practices like meditation, and taking care of our physical health through adequate sleep and nutrition can also help.
So that's all for today. We are not expert in this matter, but still we have tried to share our own experiences. I think we have really covered up this entire topic within this short period of time, because we planned not to make this video very long, because we know that the attention span of the public, they are decreasing. But let us know in the comment section that whether you had any experience of this mental health issue, whether what are the steps that you took in order to come out of that bad phase. And if you like our video, please share with your friends and do not forget to subscribe my channel. And the next video, it will be uploaded very soon, hopefully, in his channel, and for that you need to subscribe his channel as well. The link I will give in the description box. Till then, it's Shomala Chatterjee
And it's Rohit Ghosh
signing off.